Here we are. That's a bit of a drive down to Somerset. Come down for a bit of an eye test, take the car out for a bit of a spin, and here I am down in Brookside Academy down the street in Somerset. I don't know if you tuned in last night, but basically we were hoping to be able to do our Art of Glasto, our Your Glasto event at Pilton Farm, Worthy Farm, just up the road in Pilton, where the Glastonbury Festival is. Obviously that wasn't very cool. We got chased off there last night, but not to worry, it's all good vibes. We love Glastonbury, all good vibes. I took a phone call from Mr. Walton, the head teacher at this amazing school, who said, here I am. I don't think he's going to be able to get down tonight. I just got a text earlier to say he's got a bit delayed, but not to worry, because I have got somebody on standby here. I'm just going to get Malumba up, actually. Malumba, are you there? Can you hear me, Malumba?
I can hear you. How are you?
Oh, it's a bit of a rush. It's crazy. What do you think about doing our event in a school playing field? Do you think that can work?
Well, I mean, it's a playing field, so obviously it should work, because we might have some space to play in. I don't know.
I mean, would you think there's enough room in that playing field there to build a pyramid stage? Because that's what I'd love to do, a pyramid stage in the field there. Do you reckon that could work? I mean,
that would be a really good idea, actually.
I can
imagine here.
I can't see it myself. Can you? I can't see that really happening. I can't see anybody being able to build a structure like a pyramid stage structure in a playing field. Can you see that happening, really?
I could definitely see it happening. Actually, I feel like I've seen something similar before.
Really? Whereabouts? Are you saying you saw something then? I mean, I can't see anything. All I can see is a playing field.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I can visualize it right there.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I see it.
Okay, I'm really sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no way we're gonna have a pyramid stage in that field in the sort of time we're talking about. So really quickly, obviously we talked about last night the Eden Project event we did a couple of weeks ago. We're doing Art Town for Rob the Bank, because you were down here, weren't you, Malumba? That was a good time, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
And the brilliant news is that Gaz Mayle also wants us to do his stage at Notting Hill Carnival, which is amazing, on the front row, and then we're going to Leeds. I don't think you made it actually, but about 2 years ago, talking of Leeds, we went to Parliament with the community, so a family from primary school there with Chris Dyson. Mum, Dad, Karen, Gareth, Macaulay and Kaylin came down, and there's actually a lovely little, I'll get rid of myself, there's a lovely little picture of Macaulay with his poster, and we actually ended up in committee room 13. It was fantastic. So we did a few talks, I did a little bit of chatting there. Load of people came from...
I was not around.
You weren't, I don't think you made that one. A lot of people came from Notting Hill, from Ladbroke Grove. There's a lady there who's doing her knitting. She was with Gaz Mayle, and there's Gaz and Charlie Phillips, one of the first ever Glastonbury. You met Charlie, haven't you, Malumba, I think? You met Charlie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, brilliant guy. So we'll get some of his Glastonbury stories.
A couple of times, actually.
And a really special connection that day was this lady here. We met Princess Emmanuelle here, who just does incredible work in the community in Ladbroke Grove and around the area, particularly around the Grenfell site there, and she's done incredible work. And she read poetry there. Now I'm just going to try and press a few of my buttons here and see if I can get Malumba back up. And just there we go. There she is. Hello.
I can hear somebody laughing, though.
Princess Emmanuelle. She shouldn't be laughing. She's taking this very seriously. How are you doing? We can hear you. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Trying to connect in with you guys. Isn't it a blessing to be here with you? Lastminute.com.
You don't have to tell everybody that. That's the only way we know. It's the only way we know. So
it's really good to be here with you, Steam Co.
It's always lovely to see you, Princess Emmanuelle, as well. So tell us a little bit about what you've been up for. Just maybe take a step back with the Poetry for Grenfell project as well, because I know Malumba's not totally up to speed on that. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Not at all.
Yeah, so greetings everyone. So I'm Princess Emmanuelle, aka Empress One, and I run a non-profit organisation called Commit and Art. That's from Ladbroke Grove, Latimer Road area. We're just a small non-profit that run performing arts workshops, and mainly with a focus in rap poetry, spreading a message of social justice, humanitarian topics, identity topics, and obviously since the Grenfell fire, which is the area I was raised in all my life in Ladbroke Grove, we felt we've had to support our community, and there's many ways in doing so. We do that creatively. So since the fire, We've been supporting our community through poetry, through word, sound and power, rap poetry, and we've been collaborating with many people in the community and beyond. So we've managed to publish the second edition is 220-page, colourful, full-colour, intergenerational, multilingual book called Poetry for Grenfell: Voices from the Grove and Latimer. And you can find it on our website, kamitenarts.com, KAMITAN arts.com, and also it's at Waterstones, online, Foyles, and so many local stores as well, and mosaic rooms and the design museum. Anyway, this is about us owning our stories and owning our voices and sharing it with the masses. Like I say, we've got little children to elderly, we've got amazing artists in this book. We've been reciting in the area, in the Lyric Theatre, Tabernacle, Shepherd's Bush Theatre, Bush Theatre, where we had our launch. And just Saturday night, when we launched the VAP project, which is the Virtual Acoustic Poetry Project, which is what we're doing now to support our community throughout the Corona period, even though there's ease in lockdown, but still, we feel that we still need to support our community, especially there's people that are high risk, that are still in, isolation and shielding. There's families, single parents, people that can't really afford to take up such courses. So we do VAP jams on a Saturday with live musicians, poets, rappers, singers are welcomed. And on a Wednesday, art workshops and basically brushing up your different art techniques to be able to then come on a Saturday and respond to the word sound through art. So it's really exciting. We had our launch on Saturday night, so obviously that was in line with the 3-year Grenfell anniversary, and the featured artists were Poetry for Grenfell, and each week we have featured artists basically. So next week we've got Zita Holborn, who's a well-known activist in the UK, and she's also on the board of some of art alliances and political alliances for social justice. And what else? And yeah, today at 8 o'clock, we're premiering our short film that gratefully received the Best Art Film Award at Portobello Film Festival. I've got to tell you, it's a guerrilla film though. It is. It's just, we didn't have any equipment, we didn't have any like mics or anything. But it was really nice meeting yourself, Nick, with the I Love Art and Connects, the Art Connects with Steamco. We crossed paths. Was it at a Portobello Radio interview maybe? We crossed paths,
yeah.
I think it might have been.
Piers and Greg, that's right. Yeah.
And then, you invited us to take part with some of your projects. You had one at Parliament where we spoke, representing Poetry for Grenfell. And then the other one, where was the other one? The other one was at Kensington Eldridge Academy.
That's right, so we did the event there, yeah, brilliant.
That was quite an emotional one, obviously, because it's right in front of the tower, but it was amazing what you did there. So such innovative, intergenerational and inspirational work that you do to keep art alive. So I'm really looking forward to collaborating with you guys.
We do what we can. We do what we can.
Yeah.
So interesting
I'd
actually.
love you guys to tune in with us today. Anyway, 8 o'clock on YouTube, because it's the premiere of the short film.
We're gonna let you go in 5 minutes, Princess. We're just we've got the URL up at the end. So when we finish this in 5 minutes, we'll smash that up on the screen and we'll get everybody over onto your website.
Awesome! Can't wait to see more of your project as well, because we both have the Let's Create ACE emergency fund.
I was going to say that. Don't we? So this is you've had an Arts Council England emergency COVID-19 grant, and that's basically funded by the National Lottery, isn't it? What have you done with that, Princess?
Yeah, so basically since COVID-19 happened, I personally, amongst many of us, were a bit of a mess. Like we didn't know where to start, thinking about protecting ourselves, safety, the elderly, and then there's the community. So we had a World Poetry Day event scheduled at the RBKC Central Library and also at Waterstones, and we couldn't go ahead with that. So we thought, how can we connect with our community? We cannot just cancel. That's so disappointing. So initially we had cancelled, but then like a day before, I was like, hold up, let's try a Zoom or something. I've not done it before, I'll be honest with you, so it's been quite challenging. anyway, so we had another session after that because it was so positive. It was just a taster for this idea called VAP. And the idea of VAP comes from zapping into time, like time traveling, like zap. I know it's a bit cheesy, but anyway, so it's like zap into VAP.
It's lovely.
Right. You know, technology and whatnot, connecting all around the world. So that's what it is. And basically we decided to try and get some support to keep it running, to sustain it. And we feel very blessed to be sponsored by RBKC Arts and by ACE, Arts Council England, which also gets contributions from the National Lottery. And it's the Let's Create. Well, for them, it's the Let's Create Fund. For us, it's the VAP, Virtual Acoustic Poetry. So,
and I think
every Wednesday and Saturday. So just find us on Eventbrite, VAP, to sign up. But online, we're just Poetry #4 Grenfell on Facebook, and on Twitter, Instagram, all the other social media platforms. It's Kamitten Arts, KAMITAN Arts, ARTS.
And that's coming up at the end. Don't worry. That's coming up at the end. We've got you. So I think the big hashtag now. The big hashtag now, Princess. Let's just put a shout out. The hashtag now is thanks to you, because the National Lottery, let's be clear, the people who pay £1 a week for their lottery, they've raised £40 billion in the last 25 years for good causes. And we've been grateful for that funding. You've been grateful for that funding, your first grant. And I've seen the great work you've done with just local funding. But when you get support nationally, it's great to see. So well done for that.
Yeah. It's going to help a lot. I mean, I personally don't, I don't buy lottery tickets, each to their own really, but it is a good thing in a sense that although it's a way of monetizing and it's a sort of way of gambling, which I'm not really someone that supports that. However, if there is a good that can come out of something that might not be so, I won't go into it, morally necessarily, but if there's something good that can come out of it, then hey, let's use it for the community, because our community needs creativity and needs to connect. So
actually, Malumba, give us another flash of your lottery card. Come on. Malumba's got a lottery ticket there. Let's get that flashed up there again.
Ever since learning that the arts are part supported by this, I've been diligent in buying at least £1 a day or £1 a week.
Fantastic.
Rather £1 a week.
Good man. So last year you were in Parliament with us where we launched our hashtag Art Connects 19 event, which was a fantastic year. The year before that, Google supported our Art Connects event. And what we're looking at for this year is hashtag Collaborate 20. We want to see more creative carers, people and organisations like Google. Google have been so generous to us, Barclays and people like that. We want to see more companies like that step up and work with us and people like Princess Emmanuelle. Emmanuelle, are you going to be able to join us down on our Glastonbury event in a couple of weeks? Could you maybe do some poetry at that for us, do you think?
Yeah, that would be awesome. We'd love to collaborate with you guys. So Brilliant. Hold on tight.
Well,
stay tuned in. I'm going to have to love you and leave you because we're premiering our film in 9 minutes.
Give me 30 seconds. Give me 30.
New YouTube channel.
Don't you worry.
So we will be at Glasto. How do you hashtag it? Glasto.
Hashtag your Glasto. We'll do the URLs at the end. I just want to say one thing.
Your Glasto, my Glasto, our Glasto. Yeah, let's Glasto.
Princess Emmanuelle, we've got a little bit of funding so we can pay for you to come to Glastonbury and do some poetry for us. A little bit of money to help with your expenses on that, because your budget wouldn't have covered that event. And then what we're going to do, we're going to try and get some more creative carers, maybe Google, the Barclays, these people, see if they can help us, because we want to take you and your band to Notting Hill Carnival at the end of August. We want to do 3 more events. So we'll see you in 10 minutes live on your channel. You crack on. Thanks so much for your support.
See you soon. God bless. God bless.
Thanks. Take care. We'll have 5 minutes here and then we'll shut down and we'll get everybody over to you. Take care now. Bye bye.
See you at Kamitten Arts.
Yeah. See you guys. Bye. Stay on the number.
Oh, that was lovely.
Wasn't that great? Oh, what am I doing? Hang on, I've got to get my buttons back now.
It's a fantastic discovery. I had no idea any of this stuff was going on, especially in relation to Grenfell, so it's quite important. I would have had tons of questions to ask her, but maybe perhaps another time. I really, really want to know more about that.
Well,
and it's definitely people that Steamco should be associating with more and more. So it's lovely.
Absolutely. I mean, I was in Leeds 3 years ago. I did a whole week of events in Leeds, and the Grenfell tragedy happened, and I came back early to sort of be back in the community. I mean, it's literally quarter of a mile, half a mile from where we live, isn't it? Very, very close.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it sort of devastated the communities. And I've got neighbours down here, Deborah, who produces vegan food for survivors and on a weekly basis, and we do what we can to help. So what do you think of Glasgow then? Do you think that do you think we stand any chance of building a tower in the playground? Do you think a pyramid stage?
I definitely think with a bit of prodding and talking to the right people, you can make. I've complete faith that you can actually make it happen.
You think so? You think we can pull that off?
I know so.
I'd love to. I'd love to be fun. I'd love to know what you reckon you saw earlier, though. I really would. I don't know quite what. You sure you weren't hallucinating?
Perhaps, and perhaps that's also the spirit of Glastonbury, is to get people to imagine that are not really there, and
absolutely
cater to their minds in that way.
Well, I think
I was quite convinced that I did see a pyramid structure in the middle of the playground.
What have you been doing? Have you been on the magic mushrooms or something?
Well, it's been a very sunny day,
Maybe you're getting in the mood for a carnival, are you? Maybe that's what it is.
I think so. I would really like to see you make it happen, and I'm convinced you can make it happen. So make it happen.
Well, if anybody's listening tonight from Glastonbury area, if you know any scaffolders who could maybe sort of give us a few ideas, maybe give us a quote, we've got a Small Arts Council grant, who could help us build a pyramid stage in that playing field we saw just there a moment ago down in near Glastonbury. That'd be fantastic. Brookside Academy. Mr. Walton's letting us use the playground. We've just got to build a stage. We've got 2 weeks to do that. I'll tell you what, Malumba, shall we come back here tomorrow night? We'll come back tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, shall we, and see what the update is and see if Mr. Walton's had any ideas. How about that?
I would love to. We can make it happen. I'm convinced anything is possible once you set your mind to it.
Brilliant. Okay, well, I'll let you crack on as well. You're going to get onto the Kamatan Arts YouTube channel now.
I am.
I'll see you over there in a moment. I'm going to drop.
You opened up my mind.
Check it out. It's a great film. It's only like 7 minutes, but this is the launch of their YouTube channel. I think we owe it to them to support the community. It's your community. It's my community. It's our community. And I think Grenfell touched everybody's hearts, didn't it? I'll see you on the other side, Malumba. Thank you. See you soon. Bye bye. So there you go. I'd just like to play a film that we made at Notting Hill Carnival last year on Gaz Mail's stage. This is Portobello Radio, Gaz Mail, Notting Hill Carnival, cancelled this year, but we are running Gaz Mail's stand for him, his stage here in our community lock-in, with the help of all sorts of gadgets and technology and bits and pieces like that. We're going to have a great time, but this is what we did last year. It's going to take a lot to touch this.
We love everybody out there on the streets. We love to keep it warm, keep it good, and keep it Portobello Radio.
That's the colour, that's the magic, that's the wonder that is Notting Hill Carnival, a melting pot of art, culture, supported by the Arts Council England last year, Gaz Mail stand, and we can't wait to be part of it this year. The art of community. All Saints Road, the front line, and there's Charlie Phillips, the pioneer, the first photographs of Notting Hill Carnival, the first photographs of Carnival were taken by that man, Charlie Phillips, you saw there. So we're going to go off air now. It's 5 to 8. You've got 5 minutes to find the Kamatan Arts Poetry for Grenfell YouTube channel. If you type in bit.ly/KArts YouTube, get the case right, uppercase KARTS, lowercase YouTube, bit.ly/KArts YouTube. That will take you straight to their YouTube channel. They had it all pre-programmed in, they're all ready to go. That's going live in 4 minutes, so be sure to check that out. And hashtag Kamatan Arts. But please show some gratitude, show some respect, show some gratitude to the Arts Council England and LGFL for all the support they're giving all of us grassroots community arts organisations like Steamco, like Camatan Arts, like Portobello Radio. All these organisations are nothing without the support of national funding bodies like the Arts Council England, the National Lottery, using public money, people who pay the lottery. But we believe there are much greater funds available. We know that funds are tight, businesses have been decimated, but if anybody knows any creative carers, people or organisations, hashtag creative carers, who care about children, who care about creativity and who care about all our futures, please put them in touch with us, because our Arts Council grant was just for the month of May and we need match funding, what they call match funding, to get us through the summer. The end of July we want to be doing Camp Festival, the end of August we want to be doing Gaz Mayall's stage at Notting Hill Carnival. That will go global, that will go to the world. We may have to sell tickets, but I want this to be free. We believe in free festivals. And then we're going up to the Seacroft Estate in Leeds for Parklands Primary for a grand finale with our dear friends there, Chris Dyson and everybody up there on his estate in the Seacroft Estate there in Leeds. So please check it out. And in 2 weeks we are at Glastonbury. In 2 weeks, this is the hashtag you want to be remembering, hashtag your Glasto. Our Glasto, my Glasto. We want to know your moments, we want you getting involved in the next couple of days. In the next couple of days, we're going to be announcing a whole range of activities, some acts that we've got booked in, and it's going to be off the scale. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic weekend, working with communities across the country, but most importantly, Brookside Primary Academy there in Street, Times Education Supplement Community School of the Year, and the Alternative Provision School of the Year, which means, like any great community school, they take all the children in their community. They don't turn a blind eye when people with special needs and children who's struggling come in. They're all welcomed, like Chris Dyson, like Vic Goddard's school there at Passmores in Essex. These are the schools we need to be celebrating and working with and showcasing. So hopefully you'll see us, hopefully you'll join us, hopefully you'll be part of your Glasto with your art. Thanks very much for checking it out.